Good morning. So today's video is going to cover a couple of topics. One is going to be how do I assign different assignments to different kids in my Google Classroom, and the other is so what the heck does Google Translate look like, since most of us are working with some ELL kids. So let's get started here. If you are in Google Classroom, your classwork page is where all your assignments go, but we're going to start with Google Translate. So let's say I have a document like this that I want to have my students, and I need to translate it into Spanish. So it is super easy. I just highlight what I want translated. I can do the whole document. I copy it, and then I go to translate.google.com. So on this side, it has what you are in, the language you're in, and then on the other side, it's the language you want to translate it to. I just simply paste it in, and bingo, it translates it into Spanish. I come down here and I say I want to copy this. Excellent. And then I go and say like File, New Document. And I paste that doggy right in here, and there it is. And I may call it the name of I always put Spanish version in front of it, Spanish, and then this one was Digital Citizenship. Okay, so now I've got that done. So if I go over here to my testing classroom and I go to my classwork and I say that I want to create a new assignment, which is super easy. So I'm going to call this one Digital Citizenship. And then don't forget you want to put a due date on it so that it shows up in their Google calendars. We'll just make it for tomorrow because it's really not important. I always say, if it's, you can put your points in here. So maybe I want to have it be, 4 points. And remember, your topic is if you have things in certain chapters and things like that. Okay? So then I go over here and I say I want to add my document. So it's going out and it's searching. This is the one I want to do for all my students. But up here in this corner up here, I can say all students or just some students. So let's say that Fred is my ELL kid. I don't want him to get the English version of it because really all I care about is that they know how to do what they need to do in library skills. I'm not worried about English. They can do my homework in Spanish and I'll just translate it back out, because what I am really worried about is, do they understand what's going on in the library? So then I just hit assign, and then it assigns that to those 3 students. Oops, student, and then make sure you say make a copy for each student. Then I go off and I assign all those things to those students. Now I have to go back as soon as it gets done, and I have to create another assignment. And I know you're thinking this is more work, but then you just do Digital Citizenship. And if you want to and get really fancy, you can like translate Digital Citizenship into Spanish so it shows up in Spanish in their world. And then I might have Spanish after it, so I know which assignment it is. Still the same thing, 4 points, due date the same, put it under the topic that you want it to be. So it's due tomorrow. All right, gotta go attach it. I go find my Spanish version, which I've already got. So Spanish Digital Citizenship, I want to do that. Now remember, I go up here and I say I only want Fred to get the Spanish version. Here's the beauty of this, ladies and gentlemen. Every student now gets something delivered into Google Classroom, but nobody knows if it's differentiated or not. So this also works if you have kiddos that need shortened assignments. You can take your thing, rename it to shortened, and then assign it to only the kids that need shortened assignments. Or let's say, instead of doing 25 problems, you need to make sure they're meeting that standard. Maybe they meet that standard the best of their ability in just 3 problems, and that's okay too. So make a copy for each student, and off I go, I assign it. Now that is assigned to just Fred. It has the Spanish version, sits right here, and here it is down here for some reason, because I changed my classwork. But I can move these up to the top if I need to. and do all sorts of different things. So now you see that I have two different assignments. One is digital citizenship and one is for my Spanish ELL kids, assigned to one person. So that is an easy way to differentiate in your classroom. Google Classroom makes it super cinchy easy. If you have problems, please give me a call. You can also take all of your you can take all of your Microsoft Word docs and shove them into Google and turn them into docs so that kids can type on them. If you would like to do that, let me know that also. So I hope this helps and helps our kiddos.